Let the sun shine in. Who's ready for it? Who's ready for it? There we go. Boom, baby, boom. Rise and shine in the jungles of Thailand. It's the morning marijuana motivation time. Your boy Marky Saints rising and shining every morning. I go deep, I go deep, I go deep. And it's so important to go deep inside your soul, have conversations, especially with yourself in the morning when you're fresh. And today we're going to talk about mono over poly and how I got involved with a poly girl who's already found another man and what it feels like to be involved with someone poly or all these other kind of terminologies. Let's get into it, shall we? Bam, boom, baby, boom. So, life ain't easy. It never has been, never will be. It's designed to test us. It's designed to push us and make us grow. Looking at the grass right now, looking at my Gucci is about that time. Um, you know, each leaf you see is fighting for light, fighting for love, fighting for water. It's the resources that we all need. If it wasn't for this blessing right here, none of us would exist. There's plenty of planets with gases. Like Venus is all gas, Jupiter's a lot of gas, hydrogens, nitrogens, you name it. But this element here, player, this right here, player, not so much. And you're gonna need the fire to burn in your soul to get your ass up and make a move. Motivation. Bing. We already get ready for it on the show. Definitely Saints addiction. But it's also, you know, the water to keep us hydrated, keep our brains functioning. There's salt in it, and your brains will actually fire and conduct electricity, so you can think clearly, and your body can move your mind can move your body. Um, Fire, heart, you know, wind, rain. We got wind, water. The wind is amazing. I just think how amazing it is that it pushes these waves and pushes the air around the plants and let them breathe easier. And it's making sure that there's almost like full air conditioning for the whole planet. Everybody gets to breathe. So we got our water, we got our air, we got our fire, we got our earth. And I don't have to really explain earth, but do we have our love? And that's the one that it comes down to. When you're having love, right? When you're in love with someone, not for nothing, people want to get shit done. It's a huge motivator, bing, for people. Is the idea of being loved, chosen, and kept. Not for nothing. A lot of people were. Sorry, I'm texting somebody. Someone just said happy birthday to, but coming to your life, and I really felt that this individual was hiding from all her accountability. I mean, I've had multiple women shut down on me and cry their way out of a speeding ticket, or run to the beach and cry even though they shouldn't have been at dinner with me and they were in love with someone else, or the accountability is just so low, right? And when you have something to hide, right? Saint's addiction was my pride. It was hard to admit my failures. It's still hard to admit that I lose girls in 5 minutes, or I'm short, or these other things where stop talking about like that way to yourself. It's just like I'm just realizing it now. I'm like popping my ego a bit, and okay, I'm I'm average size if I want to do anything. And I always felt above average because that's what my narcissism would tell me. I've done all these things, man. I can show off. I wrote a book. I've been South Korean prison. I've been around the world 3 times. I start flexing. I love to flex. Yes. The flex. The flex is real. I like going to these places around the world and eating at these nice restaurants and looking at these beautiful views. But at the same time, I can't afford it. And that's the truth. And making it get by, getting to the spa for only 300 baht. But that was my last 300 baht, and I went all in. And that's what it's like, you know, what it's like when you are just one person, and it's hard to love just another person, let alone juggle a whole bunch of different people, and everyone feel like they are getting what they want out of it. and what they want out of their lives. It's a safe harbor for sex addicts because it means limitless supply. And just like a narcissist, you're going to want limitless supply of attention. And when it's not there, you're gone. The anxious avoidant, oh no, I'm being vulnerable, gotta go, I'm scared. And let me run into the arms of someone else. And there's always going to be someone else because I'm pretty, and he's always going to want me because they're going to use me. And then I become a sex object. And then what is love? And that's really what it really comes down to. Is love defined through one human being? Is it many loves, like polyamorous means, multiple loves? And is it fair for each one? Do you give the amount of energy, the same energy that you can pour into one individual, and then just plow your head at all your rest of your life for 50 years and never see anyone else as sexual, or never encounter them, or never share someone else, or have other experiences? Are you having limited disbeliefs because you believe only in one love, and it becomes monogamous, and how our society is built around this? I mean, all our contracts, if you get married and you have a rental agreement, if your name's not on that list, if you're not married to this person, you can't be like, well, I'm poly with this person. They'd be like, you're not let in. You can't go see them if they're in a hospital sick. You lose a lot of rights. I'm doing some teal swan studies. There aren't really many psychologists for poly people. That's a lot of people to juggle. And for this woman to say she needed to be solo and needed her time to process, it really meant that she was running away from me and finding someone else to run to. And what's really weird is it's like the more that she wants to talk about honest love and radical honesty, what they don't see is how much they hurting me. They didn't see in any regard for my feelings or my emotional stability or my mental health. It was what they wanted out of it. I want to be loved. I'm this way since I was 14. Who chooses their sexual style at 14? Shows me mental instability. She didn't want to apologize for pushing me. She just wants to glare over the fact that she kind of physically pushed me. We didn't get to that. It's so easy to talk about memes and spirituality, but it's really hard to go, why'd you push me? I mean, I didn't push you. What was the point of that extra shove? It was the same shove that happened on this door here when the girl came. I was trying to open my door and she pushed it back on me like that. And I was like, oh, hell no, you need to go. This is my house. What are you doing? Like, physically pushing things towards me, or physically pushing me away. I've learned not to use my hands with women. Not even to get your fat ass out of the car. That cost me my child's life. And instead of me talking about healing, or they said it's so healing to be free with someone else, it might be a release. I know I for sure believe in escapism because I wouldn't be traveling the world and being a travel addict as much as I am if I had been so secure with my upbringing or my family, or my parents' divorce, or that we moved so much as a kid, or that there's always something better on the other side. Right. Oh, I got a little truck going by. Let's blaze one for the nation. Let's go. Keep blazing amazing. You know what I'm saying? But I wanted to get these thoughts out because it was just so interesting that all of a sudden I was the weak one because I wanted a monogamous relationship. I wanted something that was mine and came home with me. She fucked me in this bed right here 3 different times. Well, once in the bed, once in the shower, back to the bed. But apparently she was like, I was in shock that you undressed me. I was like, we were making out and I just wanted to lick on a titty. I didn't know that it was a one piece, so of course that thing came down. But I didn't know we were gonna start fucking. I didn't put my dick between your legs or insert myself into you. That was all on you. So for you to put your accountability, which I'm big on because it's Saints addiction, calling myself out on my weaknesses and my and my hypocrisies, right? My dualities, right? The both the good and the bad. I don't get it as a good, bad, and the ugly. There's almost three sides, or maybe three people in poly. It's just too much for me. It was just too much energy. I felt that the reaction was way out of pocket. You mean if you're getting panic attacks because someone doesn't want you to go home with them? I get panic attacks if the plane's going down, bro. I get panic attacks if someone dies. High level shit. Low stress level shit. To get these kind of responses were shocking to me. And the fact that she still keeps messaging me, let me know. I don't know, maybe she's trying to hurt my feelings. It definitely hurt last night and the night before. But for the whole week, I let her be free. I knew she would find somebody. This is Hookup Island, and eventually she did. He's poly like me. He's pansexual like me. He's demisexual. He's all these things that I felt she was covering up. She still was on meds. She still was depressed. She still was addicted to gaming. She's still all alone. She lives in Norway. There's no one there to come say hi or to be poly with. I mean, except for the fish and the polar bears. I'm assuming. Like really remote areas of things, and it's just like, you know, we trap ourselves in jails. This is about one of my best jail cells I've ever been in. And you can call it a home, you could call it a bungalow, but a big square box that we live in our mind, metaphorically and physically. We live in real life. These things are happening. Let me smoke with you in the hammock. My ass is starting to hurt. Hold up. Yeah, bro. Who wants some? Oh, get some. Get some. Get some. Still look like I'm in high school, man. This is crazy. I'm 43 years old, going on 44. God willing, and I have some more. Another birthday, another life to live. A couple more laps around the sun, a little more experience. And I thought about it. I truly thought about it. The experience of a shirtless shirt addict. Anyway, um, you know, what I would be comfortable with. And the truth of it is, it would already hurt me. Like, I met a girl for 2 hours and she hooked up with some other dude. He swooped me, and that even hurt me because I'm competitive. And I don't like to lose, even if it's something that I didn't even want. I don't want to lose. It's like such a really mind fuck. But it's like, I mean, I was with the girl, and it was just like, obviously she didn't choose me, and obviously she chose a taller man or a better looking man, and all these things. Even though he was missing an arm, he was the better man than me that day, and he's already sick of her too. And I'm like, if she'll hop to you, like Samantha in Sex in the City, from me to you, she'll do it from you to someone else. And that's what I do. I pay more attention to the actions, the blatant disregard for calling me back, but now you want to flood me with memes. That you want to call me a manipulator and gaslighter and start calling me names and psychoanalyzing me. When really we only known each other 2 days. I try to calm myself down. Did I really feel love this girl? Fuck yeah, I did, bro. I don't fucking fake my love. I can't fake my love. I can't fake liking somebody. I won't even talk to you if I didn't like you. It's just facts of life. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna fake it. The dog's in the bushes. But the blatant disregard for, like, just find someone else and they'll be just like me and they'll be my puzzle piece, or they'll be poly, or they'll be any kind of terminology that I wish, and expect it to just work. Like, there's not going to be some incongruencies in culture, or incongruencies in understanding and language. There's so many barriers just in relationships alone, let alone dynamic relationships. And I feel it just would just exasperate things. It just really would. I barely got along with her in the first place. Like, we had one little fight and our mom got scared and we moved my auntie and Alta into Bel Air. You know what I mean? Like, I can't run to Bel Air every time there's a miscommunication, and I can't handle a physical abuse. Not that it was really that abusive, but it was a push off. And it's just the slight things like that you can get so butthurt and but not reach out, and that you can spend time with someone else instead of healing me. And that there was a blatant disregard for my feelings. It was just like, it didn't matter that I lost a child. She didn't say sorry. Just like the other girl, she didn't matter that she didn't say thank you for dinner, but she did post on Instagram. The actions speak louder than words. It's like, obviously that meant more to you than me. And that's what I hear out of it. Now, some people might say that you're insecure, that you can't love somebody, and it's so constricting, and why can't you be free? It's like, if it was mine, then why would it be yours? Or how could it be shared? By definition of ownership, right? People don't want to be owned. They don't want to talk about ownerships. They don't want to talk about dominance. They don't want to talk about daddy. You know what I mean? Nobody wants to have a daddy or a boss. And so the only person that's why I posted that today on the meme. It's like, the only person that's obsessed about your time is your manager, consuming your life. But if you can manage your own life, you don't need anybody to manage your time. I'd say that the first thing is, the moment you can manage yourself is the moment you don't need a manager. And that's a really strong position to be in, because it's like, now you're guilt free, you're trainable, and you're a trainee and a trainer, And also, you're an asset because now I don't have to babysit you. And that's all it is. It's just like, I don't want to have to babysit relationships. I don't want to have to nurse somebody back to health mentally, and deal with their physically and their mentally. I don't want to have to be someone's psychologist on the sand when I should be dancing and hanging out with my friends. Um, I don't want to hear excuses. Oh, I don't drink, but then I drink the next day. We are full of dichotomy. We are full of shit on a regular basis. Ray Charles to the bullshit, but it's a real thing that we tend to perceive ourselves as um, rational um, characters, beings, mammals, humans, whatever you want to call it. The truth of it is there's like evolutionary psychology, and there is hypergamy, and there is cheating, and there is big ramifications for having these things. Like for most people, it is like, it could be your whole home, it could be your life savings, it could be the woman you love divorcing you because you had one indiscretion, or as Jada Pickett would call it, an entanglement. If you get entangled, it is tangled, and it is messy. And oh, what a web we weave when we try to deceive. And that's what we do. We try to deceive ourselves. We try to deceive others. And all I could do was just be honest with myself. I knew I lost her from that night, and I kind of walked away from her. I felt like the big divide, and it might as well have been the fucking Red Sea because we started apart. And it was never the same ever since. And I've never seen her since. And then she's on this island, instead of being close to me and healing me and wanting to be with me and loving me, like she says she loves me. She's over there loving someone else that's perfect timing and has all the pronouns and jargon, and I'm sure they're banging. And that hurt my feelings last night. That my monogamous feelings, the feelings of mistrust, and the feelings of not loved and not chosen come up, and you could say that I was jealous. You could say that I'm insecure. You could say that I'm needy. I'll take all those really bad terms, because and the fact is I think we all are needy. I think it's ingrained in us since we were born. You put your hands up to your mommy and you're like, "Mommy, I need a hug. I need some milk. I come with needs." As humans, we're not really quick to the draw. You get born as a horse, you're or a giraffe or a gazelle. You're pre-programmed to walk from the very first moments. Your legs have never stepped on the ground, but they know where to walk and where to step and where to talk. And that's just amazing. Us as humans, it takes us a while to talk, maybe 2 years old before we can start spitting words, year and a half maybe, not instantly, and if you can quickly go from someone's lap to another, was it really love? If it's so transferable, you know, how is it valuable? And that's what ends up happening. What you could consider value, something that someone else can't take. That's what I got can't be bought. So you can call it what you want, Um, uh, the unattainable becomes valuable. If diamonds are everywhere, that's why the De Beers company bought them up and keep the artificial price of diamonds high. There's plenty of diamonds. I think there's enough diamonds in the world for all of us to have a cup in our hands, but they controlled the market. And when you like corner the market on love, then that'll be your only source of love. And do I feel like this will be my only one source of love? To be truth, I've never been faithful my whole life. As a matter of fact, I've been more poly than I ever thought I've been in my whole life. But I've also seen the pain in my first love's eyes when I made out with some other girl around the corner at high school. I also feel empathy for people, so I guess I'm not such a sociopath after all. My narcissism is real because I believe in myself, and I think of myself first. So and I think I look good on camera, and I like being on film. Apparently, I get something off of being live every morning, right? So I gotta acknowledge some of my narcissism. But is it my ego that wants to be my amigo? Is my ego my amigo, or is it my enemy that I weaken myself from these things? That I am not strong enough as a man to want my woman to be with another man. That I'm not going to be cucked and fucked and then left for dry. You only slept with me once. If I was a total dick, I would just be like, I smashed and hit and skipped. I just smash and skip, smash and skip. If there was no heart in here, if there wasn't blowing out some candles and making some wishes and journaling with this person, and stop fucking the person I was fucking, start fucking with them. In essence, I was already poly. Love two girls at the same time. Works for me, but I don't know if it works for her. And thinking about just giving it a chance, just giving it a chance because I got nothing to lose. I got nobody that I'm really that interested in. I've already lost her. Why not play some mind games with a poly person and say, oh yeah, I'm in these same beliefs, and I've always been non-monogamous my whole life, and you think you're trying to label me and play mind games with me when you really don't know me, you know, and we could have been amazing, and that's just facts. So there's a lot of people that get jealous. I feel jealous when my friend Linda was hitting on other dudes. Did I have a chance? I thought I had a chance. I thought we would just hang up and fuck and be little fuck buddies for a month. But she had her own issues and dudes cheating on her, and beta orbiters, and all these other things, and just giving all these dudes a chance. And when home dude got here, she was talking to some dude for 30 seconds at the bar, and he already felt like she cheated on him. So 1 hour later, he was in bed with a Thai hooker, and she was finding out. Like, he literally went and got a hooker. Like, fuck you. Like, the ultimate fuck you. So, is that what we're gonna do? Or are we gonna start fucking to fuck you? Is that the plan? Like, every time I feel a little bit jealous, I just pick up another girl fucker and call it love and call it poly, and then have a more dysfunctional relationship where I never truly deep dive with someone because they're always giving their energy, attention, and time, money, energy, attention, time to someone else. Can't build on sand, and she knows it. But I'll fuck with her a little bit because she's fucking with my mind. So I'll throw it back to her. It's like, oh man, I've always been poly. I've always been open and free, and I'm totally open minded. I go to drum circles, and I believe. Let's practice tantra. I'm going to a tantra workshop. You know what I mean? And it's by this Indian guy, and I'm gonna be so into it and really teach people how to really love. Like, I'm so entitled. You know, I'm so full of my own shit, calling myself divine. She said, fuck, I'm so humbled to be divine. I don't have the fucking answers, man. I don't fucking know shit about nothing. And I think that's the smartest thing I've ever said, because it was like I used to think I knew all of it. I really did. I thought I knew all of it. I'm like, I've traveled the world 3 times. I speak 10 different plus languages. I met so many people in my life. I'm a salesman. I know people. Bullshit, subversive shit, subversive shit, that underground shit that you don't get to see, that subconscious shit that you don't even know about, the esoteric realm. We got facts, we got fiction, we got yin and yang here, and there's no one answer to it. You know, maybe there isn't just one love for me. I've never seemed to be able to pull it off. I seem to only love the ones that are in front of me, and I try to love them the best that I can. And maybe it only lasts 24 hours, but it was real to me, and I feel what I really feel. I don't deny myself my feelings. I don't deny other people their freedom. I think it's the worst thing that's ever happened. And to play the game, to be on the island and be in the jungle and be in the sunshine, I gotta really see what's mine. And what's that? Like a squirrel? And falling off my bike 15 years ago. I told the story last night. I say it to be true now. All I wanted was my life. It was a for sure fact. It wasn't like I was taking a person with me, a person, place, or thing. No nouns were coming with me. No paycheck, no wallet, no ATM card, no hair care products, no vanity, no, not my clothing, not the shoe that fell off or the bracelet. None of it's coming with you. All the things that you think you own belong to somebody else at a Salvation Army the day you die. And your friends and family will pack up all your shit and give it away, and it'll have zero value. And we covet it so much. I mean, they might sell your watches and get some money out of it, but like, you're not taking it with you. All the pharaoh's tombs have been robbed. You know what I'm saying? Like, somebody's gonna come in there and grab it, and then it's theirs. Some little poor little sad monkey in the middle of nowhere fucking finds a scroll. It's his now. It might have belonged to King Tutankhamun, but that was 5,000 years ago, bro. Impermanence. How impermanent love could be for some people. How impermanent loyalty can be, how impermanent health can be. You know, we walk around thinking we're so blessed that we're just going to have all the time in the world to figure it out. And she had 38 years to figure herself out. And she said she's been doing it since 14. You're going to identify, you know, with things. You're going to plug in to cycles and habits and cultures and groups. And that's just how mammals are. But do you know why you're choosing a group? I don't want to sit with the Russian guys that drink vodka. I don't want to sit with the beta males that don't talk to girls. I want to get off my ass and actually challenge myself to find someone and talk to someone. It might not be sparks, but at least I tried. And in this life, you know, that's the only thing that I'm giving myself is a try. You know, I knew I didn't have enough money to travel the world, but I tried, and I make it work. And that's what it's all about in this life. You know, you're gonna have to find something that works for you. So whether you're mono or poly or demisexual, pansexual, or you're confused or you really don't know any answers, you know, welcome to the club. None of us do. None of us have a manual. None of us have all the answers. How are you gonna know unless you fucking try? And maybe give it a try and say it doesn't work for you. You know, maybe you're in a healthy relationship and you got your dream list, like I want to fuck the Rock. If that ever happens, you get a free pass. You know, but you know, the impermanence of life is really upon me. You know that I almost died that day, and none of it would have mattered, and that tomorrow's not promised. You know, and we keep treating time as like a wasted plastic. You know, one use plastic. And it's only got one use now. Time only works now. The future is not promised, and our outcomes aren't promised. So, um, give it a whirl if it's your twirl. You know, nothing beats a failure but a try. You know, I'm trisexual. I'm willing to try anything once, but well-being is what I come after. Is this person going to be at my bedside when I'm at the hospital? Is this person trying to bring their person to my company event? How do I integrate myself in society knowing damn well that my girl's with someone else? How does that make me look in society when you talk about high value males and who's controlling their chick and is she really after it? These Thai guys have these little white girls following them like little puppies. They're like 10 yards behind them and obedient and standing by them and not talking to no one else. Where's my little obedient dog? Where's my little puppy? And my little Christmas present? So I look at it objectively. At first, it affected me personally, but I don't take anything personal. I didn't know this person 2 weeks ago, and 2 weeks ago, I was in love with someone else. And yeah, I can believe in love in multiple people. I understand polyamory. I love multiple people. I have friends, girlfriends that are just friends, and I got girlfriends that just fuck, and I got friends with benefits, and I got long term relationships, and I have exes, and welcome to the messy part of life. You know, friendships have expiration dates, and so do relationships, and I guess so does love too. So be careful for who you love and how they love you, because it's a very tangled web that we weave, and as much as we like to deceive each other or find each other or control each other, you know, you're gonna have to find a way to navigate with human beings. Facts. So whether it's me, him, or someone else, you know, welcome to the line, boys. I'm in the bakery and I'm like number 27. Fuck that. I want to own the bakery. I want to have endless supply, and I want to have a beautiful life. So that's what I chase and crave. That's what's really in me. And I think you have to be really honest with yourself and say, would it be jealousy and envy? Could I be able to share? And I think the answer is no. And as much as I think I'm acting like the child that can't share his crayons, little kids still know when their candy is theirs. It's mine, mine. Little girl kept saying, mine, no, it's mine. Like, fuck, she speaks English. No, it's mine. Fuck, how crazy is that? That's your marijuana morning motivation. If you got anything out of this, please like, share, and subscribe. But more importantly, comment below. Have you tried polyamorous relationships before? Have you been monogamous your whole life, or do you have trouble with monogamy? And do you believe, like I believe, that one love will choose you, and that love will belong to you always? Up to you. Lao Tao Kun. That's what we say in Thai. So, peace and love. And as always, Chi That means goodbye, but not forever in Finnish. And I will see you on the other side. So you like, show us you like, share, and subscribe. Go be free, because that's what I want to be. Freedom.